Alrighty, so we're gonna be here right now with game number 2. A little bit of right now. Still gonna be going with game number 2 between Duza Gaming and Space Soldiers. This is gonna be Benji once again on Rasmus T.
10
And
seconds
still
remaining.
I'm joined by Flammable Vodka.
5 seconds
Not too
remaining.
sure about the join part, man. My game crashed right at the
Radiant
loading
team
screen,
pick.
and I'm not able to reconnect, so you might be flying solo with this one.
That is obviously we did actually have the issue. I kinda had the game issue where it paused up for a moment, but with basically my computer slowing down. Maybe you were to get into the back in. Either way, let's go into these picks right now, as we do have the Razor and Lycan getting banned out, along with the Brewmaster and Slark.
10
That's the
seconds
Space Soldiers we
remaining.
saw up last game. Didn't quite work out for them, but they are going to give the opposing team
5
Death
seconds
Profit once
remaining.
again. In return, though, they're going to pick up the Centaur Warrunner. A team that did end up
Reserve
getting back
time.
by during the second banning stage. Maybe Space Soldiers think that they know Duza doesn't like playing against that hero. Managed to get back in yet, or?
I'll tell you when, as soon as I know. It's a bit difficult.
Alrighty, no problem. As we are going to be here with with the second pick, and we did see between these two teams that Space Soldiers kind
Dire
of
team pick.
Space Soldiers, they got off to an amazing start. They rotated well. Their early game decision making was amazing. They got off to around about a 2K lead during their peak. But Duza Gaming, they came back. They took some amazing team fights. The Doom just kept farming like Dooms do. I'm saying that 3 times faster. And we're now here at a 1-0 victory for Duza. Obviously, Space Soldiers,
10
they're going to want
seconds
to
remaining.
make this a 1-1 tie to keep themselves in with a shot of hitting that playoffs. While,
Dire team.
well, if Duza can win this, that would shoot all the way up the first place. Currently, with only 4 games to play. Obviously, you have all the, I'd say the top 4 right now, all have a theoretical possibility of making their way through, and a few of the teams who have played a lot of matches in the lineup still couldn't make it in. It's like London Conspiracies, 6-4, only played 10 of their 10. Bened plus 5, they're currently 4-8, but still has a theoretical shot of jumping at that top 2 position. A little bit of luck. But either way,
Reserve
we are going to be
time.
here with a few more bans at the Titans to get banned out by Space Soldiers. Very good ban right there, considering how well that Titans managed to just ravage through the opposing team in the variety of those team fights.
I'm in.
Yes, you can join me for my terrible puns.
Yeah, and deja vu. Looking at the draft, Dusa Gaming picking up the same 2 heroes, the same. Actually, it's the exact same opener for Dusa Gaming right now, and I don't know the way the last game went. Sure, like as you said in the last game, Space Soldiers, they did have good team fight potential, but I think it was inferior to Dusa's Gaming team fight potential, and that just doesn't work out. I mean, when you put all your eggs into the team fight basket, you better hope that you come out ahead in that. And all they had was Static Storm and Brewmaster ulti and, I don't know, mass heals coming out from the Necro. While Dusa Gaming, they had Ravage, they had the Dusa ultimate, they had the Cask into Death Ward from Witch Doctor. I don't know, to me it just seems like they were trying to get the ball rolling in one direction, but Dusa Gaming, they were already waiting for them at the finish line.
Yep, and we are actually going to see a few more heroes being picked up right
Dire
now. As
team
a
pick.
Shadow Demon going to get taken up with the Centaur Warrunner, being able to combo in with that. A very nice
Radiant
combo, in
team
fact.
pick.
And surprisingly, there's also still the Marauder available. Obviously, Space Soldiers do have their 2 supports already picked up, but at the same time, it is, Marauder can be played in that carry position.
The Doom, you mean?
The Honor.
Oh,
Coming
excuse me.
with the Shadow
excuse me.
Demon.
I just missed out there.
10
Yeah,
seconds remaining.
Mirana in a carry position.
Good work, combo again. Puck gonna get picked up instead. Puck probably gonna be going mid. Good matchup against Death Prophet, being able to face shift out of the way of those blasts, but now we see an Io Tiny, and
Wow.
well, we're probably going to see. Generally seeing Iotani played mid, but generally you also see Death Prophet. So I'm going to guess that Death Prophet is going to be going in that safe lane carry. The gaming still need an off lane. I have that Vengeful Spirit help that Death Prophet. But that is going to give Centaur Warner a pretty lane in favor of being able to harass out this Puck and stop a game for a fast blink.
Yeah, right now I'm wondering is Space Soldiers, they still need a hard carry. Do you think they'll pick up a Kunkka? I mean, I see it synergizing well with the Shadow Demon, with the Stampede as well, with all the massive disables and the mobility that their team has. I think it could work. Of course, it's not absolutely necessary. It's more of a stylish pick. They could go with something more usual, like Void has already been banned out, so that's definitely not gonna get picked. What else? What else? What else?
10
Maybe
seconds
Luna?
remaining.
No, they go for the Wraith King, so carry
Dire
Wraith
team
King. I haven't
pick.
seen this for a while.
Racing a little bit of a risky pickup as I generally see him more as support, but he can definitely carry with that inbuilt lifesteal plus crit, as well as the Aegis he occasionally. And we are going to be seeing Duza. Worth noting, Duza doesn't really have a mana drain at the moment. No real position to put one in. Technically, he could go for a off
10
lane, but
seconds
I really
remaining.
don't like.
I don't really see what other options they have. I mean, they still could. Well, they really do need the mana drain,
Reserve
but
time.
I don't know if they decide to forgo it. They still could go with the other Titan off lane, and that could definitely work out as well. They do have a lot of burst damage, so minus spell resistance could be good for them. Other than that, I don't know. It's honestly, I would like the next assassin because Space Soldiers, they have 3 really squishy heroes, so the Nyx could prove to be really useful in this case. But then again, defensive disruption can always lead to a tragic end to any gang that you might try with the Nyx, so they still opt for the Clockwork, and yeah. I knew I was forgetting a hero that has mana drain and is good on the off lane.
Happen. Obviously, Clockwork a pretty nice pick-off right there. Although, well, actually say it's a pretty nice pick-off. I'm not actually that fond of it now, thinking about it. Just because that Shadow Demon, if they try to initiate on anyone who isn't the Shadow Demon, he just simply defensive disruption or even aggressive disruption, and goes,
Prepare
well,
for battle.
your initiation is...
Yeah, it's. I'm just wondering if is that going to be their main initiation though, because they still have the Wisp Tiny relocate. They probably will have a Blink Dagger on the Tiny as well, so they can go in several directions with their initiation. Of course, you don't pick the Clockwork for his fucking mini stun. You pick him for the hook. So yeah, but as I say, that 5-man smoke on the top lane.
And this could be a first blood coming out for SS, but the stun is going to be pretty good. Can they save the Vengeful Spirit somehow? The Tether going to be trying to go absolutely huge, but this is going to be the first blood coming out pretty quickly for Notice. He's going to get a very fast bottle after that. Very nice job for him. That's going to be 1-0.
30 seconds.
As we didn't even have the time to go look into these two teams. Obviously, we do have standing here, currently 1 game behind, but one kill up. Got the Shadow Demon being played right now by Kalinsky. Wraith King, he's going to be played by Law, but with a 4 somehow. We do have the Centaur being played by on Centaur Warner. A Walker playing Witch Doctor.
The battle begins.
And last but not least, the Puck currently 1 kill up is going to be Notice.
Jackpot.
Yeah, and over on Duza's side, we see Smiley playing the support Vengeful Spirit, Limbo playing the Tiny, coupled up with Capron, who's playing that Wisp. On the mid lane, Assassin playing Iceberg Assassin, excuse me. Maybe the Titanic Killer playing the Crobulus. And on their off lane, we see Melon playing the Clockwork. And right now, everybody's moving on to the lane. And by the way, aggressive trialing coming out from SS. And I have to say, I really like this. I think this is really smart coming out from SS. They saw the fact that Duza might have dual lanes, but then again, the Tiny is on top. They leave the Crob on the mid. But still, I think this aggressive trialing is a really good idea from SS. I always love aggressive trialings. If you can make it work, you're 1 step closer to winning the game.
Yeah, I do especially like this aggressive trialing because at this point, Duza had 2 options to lane this. Either they go dual lane, or they put a Wisp in lane. Neither of those are good options. And Wisp in lane is possibly one of the weaker, if not the weakest support in lane, just simply because he's got a tether. That's basically all he gives in a trial versus trial situation.
And balls.
Yep. Lots and lots of balls. Obviously, it's not very good, especially with an IO that's not going to be getting the experience of a dual lane. On the other hand, the opposing tri lane, as in, not the greatest in the world, they are lacking a little bit of damage, but they've got plenty of lockdown, they've got plenty of stuns, and they do have the ability to take out any of these players if they walk out of position. We do have another pause coming out. Game of pauses, like practically.
You know what I'm wondering about is if this aggressive tri-lane doesn't work out for them, I think it would be even more detrimental than usually, only because Wraith King is going to get a really late level 6, and that reincarnation, that's key in the function of this hero.
And it is going to be interesting to see how this mid game plays out, just because that's when all these heroes are going to really start hitting. Got the you're going to need the blink on the centaur, you're going to need the ultimate on clockwork and the ultimate on death prophet. But as soon as we start seeing a few of those ultimates and a few of those bigger abilities, that's really when both these two fight roughly around the same time like they did last time.
Well, do you think that Duza is that ulti dependent? I mean, outside the exorcism relocate, they do have hookshot, but hookshot is kind of a lower cooldown. I don't know. Honestly, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that. I think it's gonna be a lot sooner than in last game. They have a lot of skills that are like even the Dream Coil is renowned for being one of the more useful ultimates that has a really low cooldown.
I could definitely see this Space Soldiers going on to try and aggressively stop this IO from getting a fast level 6, because once the level 6 does appear, it is going to be a little bit more difficult for a Space Soldiers to move freely around the map. You can't relocate possible ganks with the Tiny.
Right. Do you think the Tiny will go for dagger or just go insta for the hard carry agonyms and stuff like that?
Well, it is going to depend on how his lane stage goes. In fact, this lane stage may go terribly right now, as Law going to be going against stun onto Limbo. Limbo taking huge amounts of damage. The cask also bouncing around, and that is going to be a kill onto the Tiny. That is absolutely Tiny getting a bunch of time and counting, for the very least.
Yeah, and SS getting a good start yet again in this game. We're gonna have to see if they can manage to hold on to their lead. Another thing that we forgot to mention, or I forgot to mention, is the really low cooldown on Wraith Fire Blast for this Wraith King. I mean, 8 seconds for a reliable stun on an aggressive tri-lane, that's no joke.
The only problem is obviously balanced out by the fact that he got enough mana at level 1 for a stun, and that's basically it. And he's going for a carry Wraith King. He's not going to be picking up those mana items you see Wraith Kings pick up.
Do you think he will skip the Soul Ring?
Well, I guess he will pick it up at some point. It's going to be depending on how early SS is going to want to go in for the damage, or go in for the kill. So in fact, it looks like going in for another kill right now, as well, Witch Doctor may be in a bunch of trouble. Well, not the Witch Doctor, I mean the Tiny may be in a bunch of trouble right now, but he is going to be able to get out. The Soul Catcher isn't quite doing enough damage. Wisp going to be able to heal it, but just seeing the possible aggression from the Twilight, it is working out very nicely.
Yeah, most definitely, and I'm thinking that they definitely got the Team Duza off guard with this aggressive tri-lane. I mean, they were kind of expecting Duza to put the Tiny and the Wisp on the mid lane, so they would have had an even bigger advantage with this aggressive tri-lane, but even like this, I mean, as you said, Tether just isn't enough. They might get a big pair of cojones from the Wisp to help them out, but it's just not enough. They have 2 stuns, 1 toss, Tether and some balls. It's just not gonna be enough against all, like Melodic. You have Cask, you have Wraith Fire Blast, you have this defensive disruption, aggressive disruption, and the Soul Catcher as well. I mean, SS just have so many things that they can use to mess up this tri-lane for Duza.
Right now, not talking about this top lane for a little bit, we do see Death Prophet is doing a pretty good job in terms of farming his luck. Ahead around about 6 last hit, so very good job from her. Obviously, I would expect the Death Prophet to do a little bit of a better time, just because the wave is a bit stronger in terms of the farming. On this bottom lane, mostly equal. A lot of nice denies coming out. Clockwork, in fact, I consider Clockwork to be a little bit more of a favourite in that matchup as well, just simply because how good Cogs is in a 1v1 melee matchup. However, we are going to see the pause and the unpause. As the Cog going to be a little bit of harassment damage to Centaur. Making it so Centaur can't really do very much. As in, Cogs are so powerful. Way, powerful or not, it is really this tri-lane where the game may be lost. And in fact, it looks like they're going to be going for another kill right now. They do get the soul catch up off on the Limbo. Limbo taking a whole bunch of damage, but the counterstone is good. Can they get anything? We see Limbo taking a whole bunch of damage, but the one's going to be enough, and they do get one in return. Vengeful Spirit picking off the Shadow Demon, and they are going to be going in for the Wisp right now. Right click's going to be more than enough. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade.
Nip that coup in the bud.
1-for-1 trade.
I'm wondering if SS came out ahead in that. It was a 1-for-1 trade, but Tiny was present for some much needed XP.
I'd say it's mostly, probably slight, just because. But at the same time, it's a support for a support. Technically, the Wraith King managed to pick up that kill, yep, compared to the Vengeful Spirit on the other side, so I'd say it's mostly equal.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, this top lane action-packed, but other than that, mid lane, only like both heroes going for the CS. We see some exchange of damage coming out right now between the Death Prophet O and more action on the top lane.
Yeah, but should really not look away from that for a single moment, as that's going to be the Tiny going down, and just any benefit he got from that kill has been removed. Only 200 gold, he's only had 8 last hits. This is not what you want to see from your Tiny. As Tiny, he can carry pretty hard. Hard as a rock, you might say, but it's not, he can't really do that if he's dying.
Yeah, he died twice already, and actually this is exactly what the opposite of what happened. Oh, and another gank attempt.
Catch!
And this time onto the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon getting tossed up. He's going to defensive structure himself, trying to give himself a little bit more time. We do see the Centaur ultimate's going to be good enough, and this Wisp may go down in return, and that's going to be another 1-for-1 trade. Can they get anything else? Daywalker's going to get stunned up. Wraith King just go for the right click. Can he save his teammate? No, he can't.
With me.
On, so very nice to finally getting a.
Yeah, but still the Tiny, only 8 CS. He managed to pick up one of these kills, but he does have 2 deaths to his name as well. And last game, Duza, they did have a free farming Doom, who had a really early hand of Midas, and that's kind of how they managed to pull back into the game. I don't know, they don't have that safety net in this game, so I'm wondering. By the way, SS on the mid lane, they're ganking the Death Prophet.
And he managed to juke way out the Iceberg Assassin. Oh, the Clockwork coming in at the right moment. Being the savior right then. Is not going to be able to get the cancel battery. Either way, a very nice. That might should be an IO going down. He is going to wisp himself out though. Tether himself out. Both these two players, everyone's probably.
Heads up!
Desperately trying to survive. In the meanwhile, though, Death Prophet came back in with pretty low health, and he's going to get punished because of it. We see the Clockwork going in against the Centaur Warrunner. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, but kind of separate. Basically, 2 ganks that ended up being kind on the same lane.
Yeah, I think that ultimately it was definitely worth it for SS. I mean, they committed a lot of resources and their support's time for that gank. It kind of looked like the clock saved the day. The clock. But yeah, the crop coming back to maybe leech some XP from a kill. And in the end, SS, they got a good trade, a Centaur for a Death Prophet, and I think they're happy with that. By the way, Smoke on top coming out from the supports of SS, maybe looking for another kill on the Tiny. They might catch out the Wisp.
He is going to get tethered up though. So he's going to just tether away and be more than fine. That it's going to do nothing. But meanwhile, they do get disruption on to Daywalker, trying to save himself. Dodging that Tiny's done. That's going to be basically nothing. The smoke being wasted, and Tiny is starting to get a few more last hits. Currently sat at 15 compared to the 36 of the Wraith King. It's not quite the Doom he was playing last time.
Yeah, and by the way, the Wraith King sent to the safe lane to get some farm. I think it's the wise decision. Honestly, the clockwork, yeah, he does drain his mana. Right now he's going to get a room, but yeah, he's gonna get some much needed CS on this lane. He's up to 39, 40 actually right now, and the Tiny is only at 20, so this is a big issue for Duza.
What's even better is that due to the fact they swap Centaur to the top lane, supports, they can start ganking mid. They can stop this Death Prophet from doing her stuff, so to say. Death Prophet is currently the highest last hitter in the game. Not the highest farmer, in fact that goes to the Wraith King and the Puck.
Yeah, this Puck only 1k gold away from the Blink Dagger, and we see an initiation on the top lane on the center. He might go down here. TPM from the Puck, uses Stampede to get away. Huge Drink Oil on 3 and Waning Rift to pick up the kill.
That was absolutely devastating right there. The rotation from Puck, perfect. Double damage, maybe a little bit lucky, but well, it isn't lucky. It's
But yeah, it isn't luck, it's skill.
Radiant's middle
Words
tower
of
is
wisdom
under
coming
attack.
out from my co-caster here, and yeah, SS, really good play, and clutch TP from the Puck, definitely. I mean, he was 1k
Radiant's middle tower
from
is
his
under
Blink
attack.
Dagger. Guess what? Now he only needs 200 more gold to get his Blink, and Shadow Demon goes down on the bottom lane.
in fact, just pick up a double kill right there against both of those heroes. That's actually
Dire's top
really
tower is
powerful
under
right there.
attack.
That's going to mean Clockwork's going to pick it up very, very fast, whatever a lot of items he can, and no indication what he wants to go for. But reality, what the main thing that's done, that's slowed down this Wraith King. Ultimate hasn't leveled it. No, I think he. Oh no, not going for that.
Did you
soul
catch
remedy.
that kill?
No, I didn't. I think they tried to dive, and then the battery assault doing its work.
I mean, oh, and the top lane, we might see an engagement on the Witch Doctor. Oh, he goes down to the Avalanche toss combo of Tiny. But returning to that kill the Clockwork got, I mean, he got a double kill with Clockwork
Radiant's
against the
middle
position
tower is
1
under
and the
attack.
support from SS. I'm really curious as how he did that.
Assault is good.
Yeah.
That's basically the main thing. Just it stops your opponents from attacking, and it's super annoying. Most of the time.
Yeah, looks like annoyance is the name of the game right now for Duza. They definitely pulling back in. Oh, and the dive going onto the Centaur, but another clutch TP coming in from the Witch Doctor. He's gonna get the cask off, but smartly Tiny moves out of position. And yet again, Clockwork getting another kill on the Shadow Demon on the bot lane.
I think this one was with a hook this time. Yeah, picking that
Radiant's
up,
middle tower is
just
under
using that
attack.
to get another kill. This is actually going to be pretty now. I'm guessing the Clockwork is probably going to be going for a Blade Mail very quickly and stop this Wraith King from getting out of control. While this Wraith King is going to have an item delivered to him, it is going to be that Hand of Midas. Ah,
For the Wraith King. Oh, wow, that's
Wait.
odd. Odd and late.
yeah,
Oh,
I
like
was
my
not going to be
girlfriend's period.
expecting it from. Do it with flair. Not going to be getting his very fast Hand of Midas.
Yeah, and they're looking for initiation on the Clockwork yet again. I'm wondering, they have 4 people almost committed to this with a Witch Doctor coming in.
He's going to get the silence off. This is going to be a dead Clockwork finally. Although we do see the Wisp coming in, trying to get the counter. Going to pick up 1 kill immediately. The Shadow Demon going down. The ultimate for the Witch Doctor though, doing its damage. The Death Ward dealing death. And that's going to be 3 for 1. That Witch Doctor. Back the Puck again.
Radiant's middle tower
Last kill
has
right there.
fallen.
Gonna
Dire's
be able to
top
take that
tower is
tower,
under
but-
attack.
Not really. 1 kill and 1 power for a 4-man wipe is
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
items.
What does he go for next? I mean, is it Blink Dagger?
And it depends on how you want to play him, how aggressive, how early you can go for that armlet. If you want to go for the right-click damage survivability build, you can go for the blink if you just jump up people's face and
Dire's
you
top
ultimate do see a
tower
possible
is under
initiation.
attack.
There is a haste rune on that Death Prophet. He's going to be running forward. But the TP support going to be coming in, and this may be a mistake. You see the cask is perfect, along with the stomp. Assassin game nuked down, and he goes down for he can even use ultimate. Ultimate is going to get popped from the Wraith King, but you know, an ultimate that's going to be a 3 for nothing, or a 3 for 5.
Presumably a pity.
And unstoppable streak on the Puck already. That early Blink Dagger pickup is definitely a huge issue for Dusa. I mean, whenever they use the Wisp or relocate with the Tiny, whenever they try any gang, the puck is just there with the Blink Dagger, with the Clutch TP. And the other thing is that, as I mentioned, Dream Coil really low cooldown considering how useful of an ultimate it is. So Dusa definitely have their work cut out for them. I mean, when you pick up a Wisp, you're looking for aggression, you're looking for ganks, guerrilla warfare at its best, but right now it looks like they're gonna have to turtle.
At this point, the Steel 1 tower is going to get down the forward up pretty easy and not even really having to focus it. No one's going to get the last hit. But either way, that is going to be 16-9 right now. So let's have a quick look at the golden experience. Surprisingly, the net worth is actually not that high considering how different the kill score is. Currently 3k lead for Space Soldiers. While in terms of net worth, experience going to be a little bit higher. Those two sets of team fights really hurting a Duza right there.
They need some control on this puck. I think if they can manage to get some control on this puck, the game will even out. But right now, I mean, the thing is, they don't really have any. They have Magic Missile, they have Avalanche. It can be phase shifted out. I mean, it's really circumstantial for them to kill off this puck. They have to get the perfect silence from the Crobulus and then follow up with the stuns to kill him. But oh, and the Midas pickup from the puck, I mean, this has been a huge trend ever since Dandy did it at DreamHack Bucharest. He went for a Midas on the puck right after the Blink Dagger and then transitioned into a Dagon 5. Will we see that from the puck? I'm wondering.
I hope so, because Dagon 5s are fun.
Yeah.
I like seeing big numbers.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright.
Either way, we do see the puck. It looks like he's going to be trying to go initiate onto his prop, and he
he
might be in a bunch of trouble. Centaur's going to pop his ultimate. They're going to blink, silence, kill. The Clockwork tries to do something, but turned up a little bit too late. And in fact, the Disruption's even going to be able to save the Centaur for a little bit. And Wisp may go down right now. Yes, he will. The Death Wall dealing death is again as Maiden. Oh, quite so much a Maiden as it. Oh. That is going to be kills for nothing. The counter-indication, the burst that we saw coming out from Space Soldiers, Duza, they tried to, you know, bait it out, but
you be remembered.
it kind of had the trap sprung on them instead.
Yeah, it's kind of been the entire story of this game. I mean, as soon as the raiding stage finished, it's been this puck TPing in every time that Dusa has been trying to go for a gank. It's proving to be a real pain in Dusa's ass, if a Dusa does have an ass, in fact.
Hey, it's been a Duza early game for.
Oh wow, that is pun number 5 and I'm still laughing, my good sir.
Where does all our viewers gone?
Top tower has fallen.
But either way, we are going to be seeing right now, that is going to be the second to last tier tower going down. Probably going to be going for this tower next. And yeah, Death Prophet, now again, she has really been pushing those ultimates for the fight, but this time she's getting nuked down so fast. The other thing she can is going to be bottom. And you don't think going to get anything first. She's already all the way back. Although the center ultimate is going to get popped along with the ultimate. They're going to get the silence plus stomp plus death.
Wow. And this is the thing, they can just use that Dream Coil even for a single kill. I mean, SS, they're just not that cooldown reliant, because all of their cooldowns are so low. It's you have 90 seconds on level 1 for the Stampede, 60 on level 3, 80 as I said 4 times already on the Dream Coil. We have 80 seconds again on the Death Ward. It's a lot of really low cooldowns with which they can definitely play around with.
Yeah, but it is an issue. It is an issue that we have. On the side, I know that we have talked about a little bit where teams will pick up the Death Prophet still, even with the nerf to
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Due to that nerf to the ultimate, there is a bigger timing as due to the teams are going to be coming in. They might be able to pick up something else. Due to the Wraithkin gets the initial stun onto the Wisp, and Wisp is going to try and relocate away. Not going to be able to though.
Wisp, you are like a thought
Gonna be
I
trying
once
to
had, but dismissed
find the
out of hand.
TP. Tiny going in for the stun. Death Prophet. Death Prophet slowed down slightly by that venom weapon. And that is going to be. They are going to lose the team power for it. They didn't give up their. Take it.
Yeah. That's definitely a big win for them, and CSS transitioning into mid, probably gonna try to finally get rid of that tier 1 tower for Duza. Wow, I can't believe it's 18 minutes in and the tower has barely been touched, only lost 200 HP.
Not going to be sat here. Both these two teams kind of think back just for a few moments.
Dyer's
Looks like they're going to be trying to put a little
middle
bit of
tower
tier
is
1
under
pressure
attack.
onto this mid tower. But they do have fortifications, so that's probably not going to go down without a full 5-man engagement. Meanwhile, though, we do see a possible tier 1 tower going down the bottom. There is
Radiant's bottom
a
tower is
exorcism
under
to
attack.
pop a level 2 one, in fact. We all know how good that level 2 exorcism is. Really, when it starts to get powerful. Got those levels in Witchcraft, the 6 extra spirits, plus the 12 from the level 2
And huge
exorcism.
hook on the mid. Law might actually have to pop his ulti right here, and Death Ward popped as well.
But they're going to get one in return anyway, as Juicy the Tiny is going to try and do a little bit of damage right now using the task. But Puck's going to be able to get out. The ultimate is going to get popped, but the rest of SS are completely out of there. In fact, looks like they want to go turn this around. They're going to get the stomp. Almost a 2-man stomp, but the counter stun coming out from Tiny. Absolutely huge, but the double kill coming out from the Puck. Looking for another one. The stun onto the Wisp. He's going to go down. Then can the Tiny escape? Desperately trying to get away. No, somehow the Wisp gets out of there. In fact, they may be going to try and turn this around, but that was a fatal mistake. Absolutely his work. Limbo looking a little bit fighting, trying to escape, but Puck jumping in with no health.
For your
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Very nice. Base soldiers would.
And Puck does pick up the Dagon level 1 after that engagement, so yeah, he's already 11-0-9, beyond godlike at this point. His team gonna transition into picking up that mid-tier 1 tower after that successful engagement, and yeah, the game is definitely going in the way of SS. It looks like that aggressive tri-lane did succeed for them, and yeah, this is the thing for Duza. They don't have the safety net of a free-farming hard carry in this game. So SS, they can use their, how can I say, their talent in team fighting, in ganking, a lot more freer. Oh Jesus Christ, I'm just butchering the English language. You talk for 30 seconds, please.
Talking about something. I think I saw some a little bit of damage taken, but it is like what you said, that right now every single fight that base soldiers take, they're winning just simply because of. I feel it's because there's just so much nuking and so much mobility on the opposite side that they just can't get a good engagement. Every single engagement just they're forced, or they're the ones being initiated onto.
Yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower
I'm
is
wondering
under
if
attack.
they could go for some shenanigans of like maybe distract the opposing team with relocate while Krob goes for a split push with exorcism. I mean, it really sounds sketchy, but I don't really see anything else that they can do right now. I mean, this Puck has huge amounts of burst damage, as you said. I mean, their entire team has a huge amount of burst damage. They have mobility. It's they're doing whatever they want in this game right now. They are definitely in their comfort zone.
Talking about comfort and awesome things and lasers. We weren't quite talking about lasers, but it's a good time to bring it up. We do see that Puck has managed to pick up that level 1 laser, also known as Dagon. Looks like he's not going to be upgrading it straight or immediately, as he's already picked up a Staff of Wizardry.
Probably going for the Yule Scepter for even more annoying you can't kill me-ness.
Yeah. Puck, literally the master of top 10 Dota plays and just not being able to be killed ever.
Yeah, and this game is definitely a testament to that. Again, 11-0-9 on that Puck. It's really crazy the good game that he had, and honestly, early on he did get out CS by the Krob, but those early ganks on the mid
Dyer's
lane
middle tower
and
is
the
under
early
attack.
TP that he had on that top lane that secured him his 9-minute Blink Dagger, that's
Dyer's
definitely what made this
structures
game.
are fortified.
Yeah, the Clockwork's going to be in so much trouble right now. The swap is going to come out saving, well, for a little bit, saving one of them, but they both go down right there. Puck picking up one, Young Demon picking up a second one. They are going to have to go back and get this tier 1 tower, having to dive all the way
Dyer's
behind tier
middle
2 to
tower
pick
has
them up,
fallen.
but at the same time, what is coming in, they do pick up a tier
Radiant's bottom
1
tower
in
has
return,
fallen.
but a
Radiant's
very,
top
very
tower
dead
is
Wisp
under attack.
is going to go down, and this may also be a Tiny going down as well. That's going to be a 4-0
disagree with
tower. Crazy deal.
compelling argument.
Radiant
Wow, and
structures are
Krob looking
fortified.
for the split push, all the meanwhile on the top lane.
Radiant's top tower
it's a
has
very sad consolation prize for them. It's I'm just sitting here and wondering what could Duza do to come back in this game. I mean, whatever they would try, if they try split push,
Radiant's
SS
top
they have
tower is
mobility.
under
If they
attack.
try gank, SS have team fight. They have tank ability with the Centaur, with the Wraith King, the unkillability from the puck. It's I don't know. The only thing I guess that they could do is maybe turtle up, but then again, they don't have such a good turtle lineup. Yeah, they do have the Crypt Swarm
Radiant's
from
top
the
tower is under
Death
attack.
Prophet to defend the base for a
Dire's
while, but
bottom
I don't know if
tower
it's
is
gonna
under
be enough.
attack.
I don't think
Yeah, exactly.
if Death Prophet tries to get that to come off, literally nothing to stop is stopping SS being to nuke it down. Aegon only level 1, but they are going to go for initiation on Limbo, and that's their most tanked hero, but the Clockwork Hook is going to be perfect, and nice cogs as well, but Tiny still gets nuked down. The ultimate also going to be popped out by the Central Foreigner. Clockwork is not a low heroes on the Essence side, and the ultimate is going to pick off one only. But it looks like they're going to be trying to go for both kills right there. Wisp kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's going to be another 2 kills. Puck is right now on 50-11. That's actually amazing, this game. The fact that only been 33 kills on his side. That means he's been involved in all but 4 kills.
Yeah, that's that's really crazy.
This puck, well, they kind of
Those
saw how
clutch TPs, man.
yeah, I think kind of saw how
Dire's
badly the first game
bottom
went for them.
tower is
So
under attack.
they decided they don't want to drop out. Up 3.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. Like in the first game, they went for a really, so to say, late game heavy lineup, and in this game they went in the entire opposite direction. And yeah, it's going to be successful. By the way, Tiny picking up a triple stack in the Dire Ancient spot.
Getting help from Whip. Right click goes down. Obviously, Aghanim Scepter always nice stuff. With in terms of getting that extra farm, it's basically a free Battle Fury. And meanwhile, though, Puck kills another hero.
It's not even special anymore.
As it is over, do something else. I'll call you when he dies or something.
You should just go solo Roche at this point, because that's the only new thing that we could see from him right now.
Hello, Roche. Dagon's still only level 1. He's got that
Dire's
Yules.
middle tower
He's going to
is
upgrade
under
it.
attack.
Get level 2 lasers.
It looks like he might be going for a Hex instead. I mean, they are really far ahead. He could definitely go for the next level of Dagon. I mean, all the way to 5 even. Go Dagon Ethereal. Why the hell not?
Yeah, that's what you need.
Dire's middle
More
tower
lasers.
is under
More
attack.
explosions.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
32 is directed by Michael.
Oh yeah.
But we do see Tiny. Well, it looks like they are going to be trying to go for him. He does have a TB scroll, but apart from that, not really much else. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, but in terms of net worth, as I do actually worked out that only
Radiant's
showing
bottom
the
tower
last
is
hits,
under attack.
a little bit useless. Okay. We do see Tiny is only 4th in terms of farm, and as a Tiny, that is just terrible.
Yeah, and
Both Death Prophet, DPs, they know where he is. He's going to try and get out, but he just walked right past all of them, like sneaking through. Absolutely cool stuff, but Puck is there. He's going to get Yules up there.
and silenced as well. He can dispel the silence with his Yule Scepter. He could have went for a kill there, probably. I'm guessing he was afraid of Duza's support positioning because they weren't revealed on the map, but yeah, returning to that Tiny, it looks like he's going to go for a BKB right now. I don't know, the hero does have flash farming ability, but when the entire map is controlled by the opposing team, its flash farming ability doesn't help with too much. He's going to look for the split push right now. Wisp is going to join him
Dire's
along
bottom
with
tower is
Iceberg
under
as
attack.
well. Will he commit to this? No, he TPs out and goes for farm on the bottom lane.
Yeah, I think at this point, Tiny, he needs to have some kind of impact in these fights, because right now he's not. As in, yes, he's got a lot of damage, he can take out the supports, but supports aren't the issue. The issue is this Puck is currently 16-0-11. The issue is that this Wraith King is also pretty fun with Madonna and a Blade Mail and all the lovely destruction that comes with that. Looks like they may want to go for a Roshan. Also, we saw some kind of questionable Roshan attempts from them last game. The harder side this time, as you see the stun coming out, it's going to be the Centaur ultimate as well. Limbo, can they nuke him down? The stun comes out along with the disruption, but the stun is going to be pretty good from Tiny. Desperate trying to get him out, the Wisp just goes off and melts. That's going to be 2 for nothing, right? Kicking off that Wisp Tiny combo. Stop this. Death Rock from getting out, the stun is going to come as well. He does still have his ultimate, but he's not even going to have a chance to pull it off. Constant stun after stun. Time. That's going to be...
Yeah, another good engagement for SS, but it looks like Duza have decided to go with the split push, to go with the distraction factor while the Tiny farms up, and he's pretty close to his BKB. I mean, he needs, what, 1100 more gold to reach his BKB. I'm wondering if it's gonna change anything. I mean, SS, they don't have any magic immune piercing spells unless they get an Aghanim Scepter on the puck. And I don't see the puck picking up the eggs. So, I don't know. I mean, if the Wisp can get in a good position where he doesn't get bursted down to give that attack speed to Tiny while he's BKB'd up, they could potentially turn this around. I mean, especially if he gets the kill on the puck to get that godlike streak, they could probably get back into this game. It's...
Is only... Directly. Off with me, while the rest of them.
You took that jape too far.
17-0 and 13 now.
Book right now, not even really going for the kill so much required, but just getting those kills secured. Everyone loves getting some kills. But kill scores or not, we're probably going to be seeing the tier 2 towers going down, and worth noting this Death Prophet does have the counter push. We do see that this rat Doto, but
Dire's bottom
dead
tower
person
is under
Doto.
attack.
Dead, but he's going to pop her ultimate. The fortification immediately pops. Looks like going to be trying to go for the tier 2, but he's going to come in, and the Clockwork going to stop the Wraith King from getting out. Very nice job right there, but at the same time, the Shadow Demon doing a very good job of just dragging these creep waves away and making it so that this ultimate is mostly being wasted.
I'm wondering, I mean, and not necessarily, the Krob has been here for the third time on this lane, trying to split push O, and Wraith King picks up the Vengeful Spirit on the top lane.
Death Prophet has come up top, but now his ultimate ran out, and they might be going to go for it. The silence has come out from the Wraith King, but the Centaur ultimate as well. Some really nice stuff. He does get your scepter up. Kind of still stuck up, going to get that Battlefield Blade mail off. Going to be going in for more damage. Got his ultimate. Oh, but the relocation is going to be more than enough. And yeah, that Clockwork. But meanwhile, the Ancients, they're angry. And can he get saved by Centaur? They're going to be trying to save him. He's blocked in. Work effort, right? GG getting called. Obviously, probably not the actual.
And immediate apology after the GG.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Better than a poultice.
Good game, well played. From actual meaning. Other than I want to stop playing this game right now.
Dire's bottom tower has
Most
fallen.
people use it. Oh.
But yeah, honestly, returning to the same topic, the way Krob has been returning to this top lane, I think this is the 4th or 5th time now. He even picked up the Boots of Travel so he can split push. They have been dying ever since they've been trying the split push to stall time, to get some farm on Tiny. They have been dying off left and right, but they are still in the game. They haven't lost a Rax yet, and I think this is the best choice they could have made. Krob, he keeps forcing TPs to defend that top lane, and all the while, Tiny, he's been farming. He does have his BKB now, he has another additional 600 gold, so if they can keep up these diversion tactics until Limbo farms up, maybe Duza can get back into this game. I mean, we're 32 minutes in. Oh, and we see Wraithfire Blast onto Limbo. Wisp.
Up this Wraith King. I don't think they're going to be able to. We do see the TP coming in. The Death Prophet is going to be here, getting that TP on, and they may be able to counter this right now. The Wisp is going to go down right now, though. Wraith King is going to pick himself up a monster kill, and Ultimate may go down, slowing everyone up, and the Centaur also getting the stuff. You are going to save him, but the Death Prophet is doing its work. Gets silenced eventually. Prophet is gonna get nuked down. The puck just doing work.
May you ride
Or
on
gonna be
never
trying to
seconds.
pick.
was
No way, that's
most
going to be
welcome.
40. I know you're saying that I can farm, but look at the current gold differential. 20k in SS right now. They also have a...
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying that he can do it, but I'm not saying he will do it. But then again, there are two
Dire's
godlike
bottom
streaks on
tower is
SS.
under
There's
attack.
one on the Wraith King and there's one on the Puck. If
Dire's
by some
structures are
miracle Tiny can
fortified.
pick up both of those, I mean, I know that this is really a long stretch, but if by some miracle he does pick up both of those godlikes, he could come back into this game.
Ace Root can come in handy for the
Dire's
cog work.
middle tower,
His cog
Dire's
is
bottom
but it's
tower
just
has
do
fallen.
anything. I don't even think that when these two heroes come back up, they can really defend. They don't have the Wisp anymore. Well, in fact, no, the Wisp is going to get saved by the swap.
Dire's
But at the same
middle
time,
tower is
Wraith
under
King is going to have his
attack.
little... And he is going to get kind of rained down a little bit. But at the same time, he's just going to sit here, tank all this damage and come back up and more than perfectly healthy.
Dire's bottom barracks.
Going to pop his Blade Mail, going to get silenced up. And he may actually go down right now. He has got that God Streak, like he said. Going to try and go for the right click. The Aghanim Scepter is going to come out doing huge amount of damage, just trying to get cancelled. And the Wraith King did eventually go down right there towards that Tiny, but Tiny probably going to be fine, I think. Trying to do damage. But that, just look at the
What ingratitude.
Crimson God doing its work. Puck picks up another 2 kills. He's gonna go down. No, he isn't. Fuel Scepter's gonna save him, but Tiny maybe he's gonna face shift that. Can he blink away? No, he can't. Tiny timing it perfectly. Picks up that both those.
What did I say? What did I say, man? He does pick up both of them. I mean, right, he did go down once in the meantime. Did he buy back? Yeah, he bought back as well, so that's why he was up only to 2k gold. What did he pick up actually? Hyperstone.
Hyperstone. Or
Right.
attack speed. Time. They just now need to do that back 6.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, now they killed the Shadow Demon as well, and yeah, that kind of puts a stop to the tyranny of SS in this game. It's, I mean, if there was a way back for them into this game, this was that way. Tiny picking up two godlike streaks, and now they transition into a Roshan as well. So this would be huge if Duza Gaming comes back in this game, man. I mean, it was like what, a 20k gold deficit, above 20k, 25k gold deficit.
Absolutely huge in terms of gold deficit. and
Dire's
it
top
still
tower
is.
is under
Even
attack.
with that small victory, it was small as even during all that, they lost the rack. They won a team fight, but they lost the racks, had to give a buyback up for it. They gave up a lot to get that victory. And they just don't have the resources to keep doing that. Because eventually they will run out of racks.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, but I don't know. I don't really see any other way for them to win this game. It's
They've got a chance. The game in Dota is never over until the Gaben sings. But at the same time,
Damage.
it is going to be difficult. It's a long, long road. Uphill both ways, covered in snow and jagged rocks.
yeah, and honestly, right now, I think SS are going to push the issue. Like, they just lost a fight, they got picked off after that, they lost Roche as well. I think right now they're looking to just go 5-man down mid and finish this game. As we discussed during the draft, the kind of lineup they have, they need to finish fast, they need to finish at 30 or 40 minutes, and guess what? We are 36 minutes into this game. Their window is slowly closing. I mean, yeah, they're ahead with 25k, but if this game drags out any longer, if they lose any more team fights, Duza could potentially come back into this game, and we've seen Duza playing, coming back in a game before this game as well, so they have good decision making in the late game as well. I definitely think it's possible.
And we do see like they could, as there is a smoke up gang, and they could catch out the Wisp. Yeah, that Wisp.
Silence.
The little ball of light is in the wrong place, wrong time.
What ingratitude.
I'm not even going to try and hype that up, I'm afraid. As we do actually see that the smoke gang did work. It only took out the Wisp, not the Tiny as well, which is what they're probably hunting for. The Tiny is starting to farm up. Has gone up to that 3rd place, but he's so far behind everyone. The opposing two. 6k, that's an extra 2 items. For
Yeah.
one big item. And at the end of the day, although base soldiers, they're not they don't quite have the same late game. At this point, they're just gonna beat him over the head with a big sack of money.
Yeah. That's exactly what they've been trying to do, and I don't know. I think that Wisp trade for that smoke gang. I think Duza are content with that. I mean, they did get some farm in that time, and right now they're pulling out, getting initiated on by SS.
Yeah, we do see Iceberg. He's going to be trying to get taken back. He does get tossed back in. Going to get PK'd up. At the same time, that ultimate from Puck is doing his absolute work. The ultimate from Wisp is going to do his work as well. And that's going to cancel the team. It's going to go down even with Aegis. It's going to be another 3-0 right there. As, like I said before, SS, they don't care they don't have the late game. Rules, he has money.
Dosh.
Either way, we do see they're going to push up through mid right now. They're going to try and force out these buybacks, and do they have buybacks?
Long may you
Don't know, because I didn't press the right button right there. No. Look at all those no's right now. In fact, the only person in the game who has a buyback is the Wraith King. Probably the one hero that doesn't need.
Let me just check real fast.
Dire's
Yeah.
middle
But
tower
this is going to
under
be a tier.
attack.
This is going to be a set of ranks down and possibly just GG. As in, this is going to be
Dire's
basically
structures
20
are
seconds
fortified.
until gear up, and it's going to be another 30 seconds until the Wraith King goes down. They've got a
Dire's middle
assault grass.
tower has fallen.
They've got lots of right-click damage. It's going to take all these buildings.
Dire's middle
do?
barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah, and this
has
is the
fallen.
problem when you go late game. I mean, it's wonderful to see a huge comeback, especially a
Dire's
25k
bottom
goal
barracks,
deficit,
but
but
Dire's bottom
one
barracks
mistake
has
can
fallen.
end the game. And that's exactly what happened there. I mean, come on, Tiny was farming the Radiant Ancients in a game where they were down with 25k gold. It was, I mean, they could have expected that they're gonna get ganged there, and so they did. It's kind of sad. I would have loved to see a comeback from them.
Well, it could still happen theoretically, as in, it is worth noting that Tier 2 did save them.
Oh wow, yeah.
Double
If that Tier 2 hadn't been
damage.
there, they'd have just gone top, get Mega Creep, win the game. But, fact is that that Tier 2 was there, so the game does still go on to some extent. It's a glimmer of hope, but it's a faint one.
It's a faint one. I mean, Tiny, he has his AC and he won't have buyback for the next fight, and I'm wondering how much of a difference this AC is going to make. I mean, most of the damage coming out from SS is magic damage. The only physical
Dire's
they have
top
is
tower
Death Ward
under attack.
and the Wraith King.
And that tower just gets
Dire's top tower
just
has
look at that.
fallen.
absolutely demolished. And they're going to be going for Tier 3s right now. Can they stop this? We do see a smoke gang. They're going to be trying to wrap around. This is Duza's last stand. This is their
Dire's top
last
tower
moment.
is under attack.
I'm rooting for Duza right now.
Can they make this comeback? He misses the stun, he gets the BKBs off. BKBs going everywhere, the Wisp gets knocked down. The Aghanims is going to go off for a little bit on the Witch Doctor, but at the same time, everyone is going down the Duza side. But it is going to be a 1-for-2 right now. The rating is his way back, and that is going to be only the 2 carries left. There's 2 you want to keep up, it's going to be those 2. The buyback, not going to be any on the G. Well played is going to come out, and that is going to be another game won for Space Soldiers, and they're going to go 1-1 up, and this is going to make this
Radiant
Division 2 Group
victory.
1 really interesting. There's currently 3 all on 5 losses and 11 wins. So basically at this point there's 2 playoffs and fighting for it. That's even getting still in control. Oh. Very good stuff right there. Of these Space Soldiers, we just saw that they took a hold of that game early game. Puck went absolutely huge right there, 25-1-9. Just space, and they never let go. They kind of had that small moment where they lost a team fight while taking the racks. But even then, it was just a small blip, a huge upward spiral of Space Soldiers taking the lead.
Yeah, let's not forget, we didn't even mention the Witch Doctor. He finished the game with 9-2-30, picking up 19.8 fantasy points for this game. I think that's the highest I have ever seen.
Yeah, especially on support, as I'm guessing it's so high just because he's a support player, and you
Yeah.
get a lot more points for kills if you, because you know supports generally don't sit in the corner and
Yeah, and that being said, Io, he finished with 0.4 fantasy points, 2 and 15 and 8 at the end of this game. His teammates calling out to report Io in the all chat, so there's some good some good imagination for you to sleep on.
That is, that's going to be our first game. We're going to have another game coming up and going to find out what it is eventually. Still, this is going to be Banshee. We're going to be casting here on Rasmus TV. If you enjoy what we've done, you can check us out on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. All those social media. And I've been joined this time by Flammable Vodka.
AKA the Lunatic.
Till then, thanks everyone for watching.